Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Greenwood to review today. Sorry for this upload being a tad bit late. It's because this console takes forever to update because it always needs an update for some reason. Be sure to check out the new merch that is now available at Designed by Humans. Link in the description down below. Nice little IXX design if anybody is interested. But ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at the new Europa League Greenwood card. So we're taking a look at a card that is 6'2", medium work rates, left-footed with a 3-star skill move thing. So it kind of sucks that they didn't give him a 4-star, but it is what it is. But he does, at the very least, have the 5-star weak foot. Now, the cool thing about Greenwood's card is that, for me personally, I really liked the way that he moved off of Rashford's card. When I was using his Future Stars card, right? And he was playing really well through the middle, you know, cam position, striker position. Wasn't really crazy about him on the sides, but I loved the way that he playing through the middle. So I think we're going to try that out as well. My boy obviously made a really cool almost Manchester United oriented team, or unless Ferland Mendy went to Manchester United at some point, and I just don't know. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and check out his in-games, right? So he does have the finesse shot trait and the outside foot shot trait, which are two big traits to have for players nowadays, right? Obviously makes him absolutely beast. The fact that he has the 5-star weak foot to play off of those two traits is incredible as well, right? So let's take a look at his in-games. He's got 93 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, so engine chemistry style is definitely going to make sense for this card in regards to different things, right? His shooting stats for base card stats are very good, right? 96, 95, 95 with 95 composure and 92 long shots. Now, the reason why all the shooting stats being really good on this card is awesome is because of the two traits that he has, right? So the fact that his base card stats without improving it is good, it's going to be really nice to play off of those traits, right? Passing on the card is improved with the engine chemistry style, but even for base card stats, it looks great. So again, playing him through the middle is definitely going to be a fun thing yet again, I believe. Dribbling on the card. So because he is a 6'2" player, increasing his balance as much as possible is important. Now, do I think that they are going to play to 99 stats for balance and agility? No, because I believe in base card stats more than the upgrade, but I do think the upgrade is going to be necessary on the card to make him feel as responsive as possible, right? So a +10 for balance, reactions on a +5, ball control on a +5, and dribbling is great because he does already have 95 composure as well. In regards to physical, the fact that he's 90 strength with the pace that he has and the 6'2" height that he has, and decent body type in game as well, going to be very helpful with the 94 stamina too. So the way that we are going to be trying out Greenwood in this team is going to be in the striker position, because I do want to try him out the most in that position. So we'll be using generic tactics over here, you know, basics that we normally use. Just going to go ahead and check out the instructions that we have set here. And that's literally perfect. Tony, you're a beast, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we'll be using the 4-2-3-1 with Greenwood playing on balance instructions. And then as the game progresses, if I feel the need to change him as the game progresses, then we'll do that, right? So let's get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. This guy is using a lot of the loans, but still has a pretty solid team. All right, so we switched to our 4-2-3-1. Let's see how he plays up top. Comes close a little bit. Ooh, I like playing with his shielding right there. It's actually really nice. L-trigger shields are very important for me. Ooh, I wanted to try that 5-star weak foot finesse shot right there. Coming off of a drag back, so sometimes those are consistent, sometimes they're not. Settle touches are more consistent if you want to take those types of shots. It does seem like on the balance instruction, he looks like he could potentially stay in the middle mostly, but that's from initial thoughts. So we'll see how that works out as we build up the play consistently. Nice, someone moved into the middle, or to the side over there. Does he go back into position quickly? Yeah, he's back in the middle pretty quickly. Touch, shot across goal. Ooh. Little bit off right there. So again, when you come off of the drag back exit, they're kind of like a little bit more inconsistent, right? So that shot right there, it's pretty RNG. It's not really like a consistent shot. It either goes in or it doesn't. But I like his positioning so far on balance instructions. I don't feel like I need to give him instructions so far. So I like the way he's moving with the team. So he makes that run downwards. Sticks to that position over there. Do you make angled runs here? Okay, so you kind of have to play off of that specifically and wait a little bit, which is fine. My player's just doing random stuff right now. When I'm building up the play through the middle, he does actually stay through the middle quite consistent. Like, he doesn't make aggressive runs to the side constantly. He only starts to do it when you're on the edge of the 18-yard box. Like, you can kind of see, like, when I start to push in a little bit there, that's when he kind of moves to the side, right? Like in this situation right there. Shot across goal there, under pressure. He still takes a good shot because those are not going to be consistent either. The defender's really close to me. But, yeah, I'm definitely noticing that part of his card so far is that, like, again, when you're near the edge of the 18-yard box, that's when he'll start to make those runs to the side. So that's a situation where you could potentially give him a stay central if you want him to consistently stay there. He does make runs, so it could actually work really nicely on the card. Oh, it didn't register to Greenwood right there. I think that would have been a goal if it actually did that there. His dribbling is actually quite solid. I like it a lot. It works really nicely with his height, and the fact that he has physical on top of that is very helpful. His initial position is center forward. He definitely feels like a center forward in game for sure. But the card's fun, man. It's good. The dribbling's like not like heavily emphasized. The engine's probably helping it out a little bit too. Little angled run right there. Oh, try to get the fake shot stop right there, but it just didn't register to the ball. Yeah, I want to try a finesse shot from that angle. Coming off of a small touch right there, he still does okay. Didn't put too much power into it just to see what the curve was like there. So far, guys, the card's not bad, but because of the way that the three cams move, I think it would make the most sense to keep Greenwood on just stay central, because I want him to move the way that he wants to move, but more in the narrow area, because when he starts to move to the side when I'm on the edge of the 18-yard box, I feel like my cams don't play well off of that movement, but I feel like if he's on the stay central instruction, I feel like he'll play significantly better. So we'll try him out on that instruction just for now. And then afterwards, we'll probably move him into the middle in the cam position because it feels like he belongs mostly there, just because of the way that he moves across the pitch. And then we may try him on the right side as well, just so we can get those finesse shots on the inside if he makes those consistent runs, you know? So you see when I start to transition forward, that's when he starts to push out wide, but look at how he's in the middle now, right? So I can do that, go for a finesse shot, and potentially score, right? So obviously in that situation, because of the spacing and because of the defender kind of chilling there, it would have made more sense for me to go for the one more touch than the near post strike right there. So yeah. Look at how he's playing in the cam position, playing off of the striker. Nice dribbling there. Some of the skill moves are not registering. I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to do like a croquette and stuff, and it's just not like coming off. So you see how when I play through the middle, the way that my cams move aggressively, it just makes more sense for him to kind of like stick to that position. That's why I really think that if I were to put him in the cam position, it would be his best position to play in. Like, he definitely feels like a center forward or cam, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't really feel like someone that I would personally like to use in the striker position, because the way that he moves off the ball is not a personal preference of mine. Because when I get to the 18-yard box and he starts to move to the side in that position, it just doesn't really make much sense. But if he starts to do that playing in the cam spot, it's not bad, you know? You see how when he's in the striker position, that even on the stay central instruction, how he always chooses to make those side runs? He's a player that I don't mind if he does that, only if he strictly plays in the cam position. So I'm going to play with him again this time. Not crazy about him in the striker position. I know in the Future Stars review, it was kind of similar as well, where I was just like, the way that he moves in the cam position just makes the most sense. So that's where I'm going to use him for the next game. Yeah, guys, so for me personally, and again, this is all personal preference for everybody, right? I really feel like he's wasted up top as a lone striker. So what we're going to actually do with the card this time is we're going to play him actually playing as a cam, because again, center forward cams, I feel like they move very similar. Again, it's not to say that he's not an ideal striker to have in general. That's not the case. It's just personal preference of mine. The way that he moves off the ball on balance instructions or whatever instructions I give him, it's not a personal preference of mine. So a player like Greenwood is a type of guy that usually when you give a stay central target man instruction to in the striker position, it fixes the card in regards to those specific movements. But I really feel like I'm limiting him if I actually have to give him instructions for the striker position. In the cam spot, he'll move in a balanced manner, so I feel like it would make more sense to put him there, right? So the way that we're gonna be lined up for all of these guys so that they're closer together, you know, going towards the, or going forward for the attack and whatnot, I think it makes more sense for me to use the comeback and defense so that when I get possession of the ball in defense, they're kind of closer and I can build up the play quicker. Because he has the physical presence and the height and the good dribbling, he'll dribble quick enough in the cam position to open up the space anyway. So let's see how he plays there. So far, his finesse shots, though, and again, it could be because of some of the skill moves. They don't really seem too crisp yet, but I need to try it out yet again. Okay, so let's try him out in the cam position this time. And again, the reason why I think he'll be good there is because you don't give him instructions to limit his potential, right? So we'll see how he plays there. There it is. Oh, and he doesn't score that opportunity. You guys see how he was moving in that situation, though? It just, I don't know, it just makes more sense for him to play there, you know? Even there, he makes a good run, and then he stops that run as well. Plays off of Bruno Fernandes. A very interesting variable to consider here is the fact that Bruno Fernandes is a high work rated player playing in the striker position as well. Touch, now finesse shot. Not a great finesse shot again. No power behind it, really. Try again. Oh, I'm lagging like crazy. What's going on right now? Oh, okay, this game is amazing. I don't know what this is. Look at the speed up lag. Amazing game you have here, EA. Look at this. What is this? Look at this lag. Just leave the game. How am I gonna actually play in this? Just leave the game. Embarrassing game. The one thing I want to switch with this team is I'm actually going to tell Bruno to stay central for the striker position. Just because, again, the way that the team moves, it just makes more sense to have him like that. Because he's also a high work rate player working off of a medium. So we'll see what's up with that. Okay. It's a different team. I mean, I like that how different it is, to be fair. Even for the short period of time, I just love the way that Greenwood is moving in the cam position in the last game. So he's definitely going to feel really nice playing through the middle over there. See, moving to the side when he's a cam makes sense because look at this. You see where he's positioned now? That's where it makes sense. In the striker position, it doesn't. His finesse shots, I don't know if it's because of the skill moves that I'm doing right now, but they're not coming off as cleanly as they should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really shooting them through the middle. I always knew that, yeah, this too, man. I don't know if it's by default. I'm gonna reset the defaults. Let me reset to the defaults. Okay, so this is off. This is manual. I don't know if it's player relative or ball relative. I guess I'll just go player relative. I had a feeling this was, this stuff was off over here because of the way that they were defending and stuff. You see how in this situation right here, even though he's playing in the cam position, how he moves to the side? Moving to the side is exactly what this card likes to do. So that's going to be completely based on personal preference of whether or not you like him to do that. Angled run? No angled run there. Unlucky. Oh, do the fake shot. My God. My God, man. I'm going to switch Greenwood back into the striker position and play Bruno back in the cam position. I want to give him a chance there again, just to see what's up. Yeah, runs to the side again. Even in the cam position, he runs to the side as well. Look at how he's playing striker now. There you go. When you get that angle right there, you see how so this card right here, guys, is 100% the type of player that makes sideways runs. He always loves to move to the side. So that's something that's a characteristic that you guys have to take into consideration. But right here was a pure example of his outside foot shot trait that just allowed him to score that opportunity the way that he did, right? So alright guys, so final verdict on this Greenwood card. Couple things that we need to talk about in regards to how he moves on the pitch, right? So in a 4-2-3-1 setup, the reason why this card moved so well with a Marcus Rashford playing up top is because Marcus Rashford is a high work rate player up top while Greenwood is a medium. The way that they play off of each other is fantastic when he's playing through the cam position, right? Utilizing the traits that he has is definitely very nice as well. Although, again, could be a gameplay situation because this game's terrible. His finesse shots didn't really come off that consistently to the sides, and it could be because of his base card stats for shooting. I'm not really sure what it was, but it also could have been the gameplay because the finesse shot trait, guys, you guys know that when you take a finesse shot, it's so crisp and direct, and I feel like it didn't really happen for me when I was using Greenwood's card. And again, it could have been because of the skill moves that I did, the gameplay I was playing in, but regardless, we were able to see that they were shot mostly through the middle from some of the specific angles that he shot from. The outside foot shot trait was amazing for the card. Once I did the fake shot stop, got on his left foot, went for the trait. He did a really good job with that. This is the type of card, I'm going to let you guys know how you're going to want to play with him, okay? If you play with him in a 4-4-2 system and he's playing up top in the striker position next to someone like Marcus Rashford, this card will be a beast for you, okay? He's going to play really well in those areas as well. In the cam position, he'll play really well, but it really depends on the type of striker you have up front. Bruno Fernandes is more of a midfielder playing in the striker position, but you can kind of feel that Rashford is an actual striker playing up top, right? And it just makes more sense that way. With Greenwood, I can also see him playing really well in the right attacking position because of that specific movement that he does, because he loves to go to the sides. He loves it. Even when he's playing in the cam position, the striker position, he loves it. If you use him as a lone striker, you have to play to his characteristics a little bit, right? So if he pushes to the side, you have to wait for that transitioning run back on the inside for you to utilize the space a little bit better. What you could actually potentially try on the card is the get in behind instruction, because if he moves to the side, but then he has the get in behind instruction to come back into the middle, but he's making the run in behind, you could potentially score some really good goals with him, right? So this is definitely the type of card where you have to kind of figure out some instructions and the types of players you have in your team for you to be able to fully utilize the card. But it's definitely a really fun card to use in general if used in the right manner. But I really do think he needs a good partnership up top for you to fully utilize this card. Like I said, a 4-4-2. On Stay Central instructions, I feel like the card will move really nicely with somebody else. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the review. Sorry for my frustration in regards to gameplay. You guys know I hate this game with a passion, so it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.